Welcome! In this video, you're going to learn how to draw Kawaii cat easy, super simple. This Kawaii cat is based on a simple egg shape and I will show you all the steps. If you're new here, I'm Tatiana Dennis. I will teach you how to draw Kawaii even if you are a complete beginner and how to start a creative business using this new skill. So if you're curious about selling art with print on demand, or you want to open an Etsy shop with cute products you make, or you just want to get better at drawing Kawaii, then be sure to subscribe to get all of my new videos the moment they come out. Let me tell you a funny story about this Kawaii cat that we are about to draw. This was the first Kawaii character I have ever created. I put myself through the 6-month Kawaii drawing experiment, which I documented on my blog at tatianadennis.com. I'll put the exact link in the description so you can quickly jump to it. So I practiced Kawaii for 6 months, just drawing individual pieces like eyes and hands and body shapes. That's my method. And then I said, okay, I'm gonna sit down and I'm just gonna create a character. So I sat down and I created this Kawaii cat. And naturally, then I posted it on Facebook. I think I just posted it on my Facebook page. And then the next morning, I look at the post and it had 1,143 views, something ridiculous. And I thought, wow, this is gonna be easier than I expected, because I was thinking about starting a blog and starting to teach Kawaii. This Kawaii cat tutorial was even picked up by a New York-based magazine publisher called Kazoo and was published the following year. And I used it as a logo for the first course that I created on how to draw Kawaii. We can call it beginner luck or something like that, because the following characters I created are popular, but not as popular as this Kawaii cat, which was the first character I ever created. Well, I still love it. And today I want to share with you the tutorial on how to draw this Kawaii cat in an easy way. We'll start drawing our Kawaii cat by drawing a vertical line. This vertical line will be the middle line of the character and will help us keep the character symmetrical. And then, as we said earlier, this Kawaii cat is based on a simple egg shape. So let's sort of sketch that in. And I'll draw it lightly first to make sure I get the overall shape right. And then I'll do a more solid line once I have an idea of how it's gonna go. This egg shape doesn't need to be perfect. It can be a little bit wonky. We just wanna have roughly the same size on the left and on the right side. So now we'll do the ears, and I won't do the ears coming out of the egg shape. Instead, I'm gonna sort of cut into it and pick out the ears this way. Kind of like this. Imagine we took the cap off the egg shape. And we can also do a fun little belly right here at the bottom. Just a little circle to indicate the belly. You see that I'm going over the line a few times, and that's okay, because in the end I will erase the lines that I don't need and I will only keep the lines that I like and that work for this drawing, and that's perfectly okay. Now let's give our kitty little paws. Now this is a Kawaii cat, so it has very small and very minimalistic paws. Imagine it's kind of sitting like that in the front. And of course, it needs a big bushy tail. Maybe it's one of those ragdoll cats that are really fluffy and cute. Maybe. Okay, and now the face. I'm gonna draw a horizontal guide to help me position the face and keep it even as well. Something like this. So it's a happy, sleepy cat. So all I'm gonna do is draw 2 upside down arches for the eyes. And for the smile, there are also gonna be 2 arches, but facing the other way. And maybe I'll add a little triangle for the nose. It's up to you. Something like this. And of course, whiskers. this is the basic drawing of this kawaii cat. We are ready to add color, but before I start coloring, I have a plan to do it with watercolor pencils. So what I'm going to do is erase most of the outline, because once I put the water and the pencils, it's going to be really hard to remove the pencil from underneath that. So I'm going to give myself an easier time, and I'm going to use this stretchy eraser called kneaded eraser. I'll link to all of the materials I'm using in the description below this video, so you can grab your own if you like. So I'm using this kneaded eraser because I can shape it into a little sausage, and I can sort of roll it over my drawing and lift out the lead without disturbing the surface of the paper, which is important if you're gonna use any kind of water medium like watercolor or watercolor pencils. You don't want to disturb the surface of the paper. And it's okay, I can rub it here. This eraser is very, very gentle. It doesn't scrub the paper, it just sort of lifts out the lead. I don't know if you can still see the drawing, but I can just see it, just see where the shapes were. Since I'm gonna use a water-based coloring method, I'm gonna use a Sharpie for the outline. This way the outline is really, really solid, and I know it's not gonna run or go anywhere. So let's go through and outline it. Now for the watercolor pencils, I've got a gray one here, and it's probably too dark for this cat. Let's do a test here. It's probably too dark, but what I'm going to do is that I'm gonna lay it here very, very lightly, and then I'm gonna wash it with a brush, with a wet brush. Now, if you like your drawings really neat, then you're probably screaming in your head, "Oh no, this looks so messy." Well, it looks pretty messy to me, but don't worry. Once we add the water, magic happens. So I've got a glass with water, and I'm just gonna run the brush through all of this area that we added lead to, and it's gonna turn into a beautiful flat wash with a little bit of texture. And now, while the page is still wet, I'm gonna take a purple pencil and I'm gonna add a little bit of shading. So I'm picking up some purple color now with my brush, just like as if this was actual watercolor. And if I imagine the light comes from this side, then the shadow is on this side. But instead of simply making the shadow darker, I'm gonna make it purple, which is really fun to do. And because the paper is still a little bit wet, it's gonna sort of blend into the gray, which looks really cool. I might wanna smooth out the edge just to make it more natural. So I have a wet, clean brush now, a wet brush, but it's clean, it doesn't have any paint on it, and I'm just going through the edge and smoothing it out just to make it a smooth, even gradation. And maybe I'll drop a little bit of purple on this side just in the corner to make it balanced and to also describe this three-dimensional shape of the cat, because as it goes towards the bottom, it also catches a little bit of the shadow. So pretty much purple means shadow in our case. And I'm gonna go the most dark and purple on the edge. And you know what? Of course, we are gonna do some cheeks. Let's drop some nice accents into the cheeks. So cute. I hope you will put this Kawaii cat tutorial to good use. I know you will. I would love to see your drawings. We have a private Facebook community with 5,500 members as of recording this video. The link is in the description below. Join our group and share your drawing. I would really love to see it. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Have a great week and I will see you in the next video.